Septic tanks should be pumped out. If you've got a domestic septic tank which is on a transpiration area, tunnel trench, you should pump that out every 2 to 3 years, because a lot of the old septic tanks are only about 2,000 litres. Today a standard tank on a tunnel trench or a transpiration area should be 3,600 litres. That's the standard. And it should have a baffle in it, because the baffle holds back all the sewage and the grey water goes to the tunnel trench. That's how basically that works. If you don't have the centre baffle, then all the toilet paper and everything will go to the trench and block it up. Okay, so they should be pumped out every 2 to 3 years religiously, and that way it'll save your trench from blocking up thousands of dollars to replace your trench. If you have an aerated wastewater treatment system, they should be pumped out around every 5 years, because with all the new technology with subsurface irrigation today, we really need for that water to be going into that subsurface irrigation to be very, very clean, and we don't need that dirty water to be being pumped in through the subsurface irrigation. So it is imperative that aerated wastewater treatment systems be pumped out every 5 years, and you'll have trouble-free running with that treatment plant, because usually in wastewater treatment plants there's only 2 working parts, which is an air blower and a submersible pump. And if we have really good quality of effluent in there, basically those 2 working components will give you a pretty good lifelong trouble-free running.
So I'm lucky enough to remember my anniversary every year. Yep. I probably haven't got much of a chance of remembering to pump out the septic. Does Garden Master help out with reminders and things like that?
Yes, we do. When we do our quarterly maintenance service, what we do is we actually recommend the customer to have the system pumped out. We can actually organise that. We can send a service tech over there to supervise it. We can organise a water truck to fill it back up. Or if the customer's there, we can actually show them how to fill the treatment plant back up. Be very, very careful on pumping out your wastewater treatment system. The Garden Master's pretty idiot-proof, if I can say that, because it's all concrete. If you go to a lot of other treatment plants on the market, they're fiberglass or plastic. So you have to be very careful how you pump it out. Your service provider from the pump out company must know how to pump that system out, and that's the first question I'll be asking. Have you ever pumped out this brand of system before? Because if they pump it out incorrectly, they can cause tens of thousands of dollars worth of damage, and if they fill it back up incorrectly, the same process will cost you. So you really need to have the service technician have a look at it. He will look inside, he knows what sort of brand of system it is, and then he'll say, well look, we need to be here. We need to supervise this pump out so damage doesn't occur. But in saying that, we can send a service tech over there, but if the system's 15, 16 years of age, it's fiberglass internally, basically what can happen, anything can happen over those 15 years. The bolts could rust internally, the megapoxy that holds it in could be cracked. So therefore we can only go over and do our best to make sure that it is pumped out correctly and filled back up correctly, but there's no guarantees that anything's broken internally when we actually do it. So it's one of those things with old systems. With the concrete ones, not a problem. Anything with fiberglass or plastic, you just got to be so careful when you actually pump them out.
Yeah, okay. So get a service tech out there if you're not sure, and get the right advice.
Exactly.